Next, we need to associate the boy symbol with the stroke pattern, and you'll need to specify where the symbol will be placed in the stroke pattern. In this case, the boy line would make sense to be placed at the start, end, and at all vertices of the boy line as it is placed in your design. The assumption here is that in a real situation, the boy line will be anchored at the start and end of the line run and at each change of direction. In other words, each intermediate vertex. You also need the symbol to display in every second gap along the length of the place line. This means that you need to associate the boy symbol with each of these locations in the stroke pattern. Now it should still be in the line style editor box, and in the upper box here, we need to highlight the boy point component. So make sure that is highlighted. Now in the lower part of the box, you see the settings for the symbol placement. Now we need to select the stroke pattern. So we click on the base stroke pattern button, and we need the boy line stroke component, which is this one. We say OK to that, and the base stroke pattern now displays. Now we select the symbol we need, and we need the boy symbol. That's correct. We'll say OK. And having done that, the boy symbol should pop into place in the display box. We need to make sure that the red color of the symbol displays correctly. So for color, we're going to select symbol. And since the symbol is red, the display now shows a red symbol. Now for our line, we don't need any other settings, but we could offset this symbol from the base stroke pattern if we wished. With an X and Y offset, we could rotate the symbol or change its angle or any of the other attribute selections. Now look carefully at the actual stroke pattern itself. We can place the boy symbol at the origin, which will be here, at a vertex, or at the end of the sequence. Or we can place it in the middle of any of the segments that we have. Now in our case, we want to have the symbol display in every second gap. So there's the first gap, there's a second gap. We need the symbol to display in that gap. So we need to highlight that segment, and it will slightly depress as usual. And we select. And we select our boy symbol, which locates it in every second gap in the line. But note that we see 4 symbols displaying above. And this is simply because that display can accommodate a much longer line than is shown here. So you will see multiple insertions of that symbol. We need to change the color again from element to symbol. And the next thing is to make sure we locate the symbol at the origin, the vertex, and the end. So we need to click on origin. The box depresses slightly. We need to select. We need to select the boy symbol. And we need to change the color again. This is a fairly tedious process. We need to do the vertex. We select the boy symbol, change its color, and the end of the line. Select, symbol, OK, and color. Now, if all has gone well, we should see the display visible here, which tells us that we have associated that boy symbol with the start, end, vertex, and every second gap. Now, it's hard to see because MicroStation doesn't display the stroke pattern. So we have to take it on faith at this point that we have actually placed them in the correct locations. Let's assume we have. We need to save, of course, always save. And that takes care of associating the boy symbol with the stroke pattern. Now again, please go back over the actions and make sure you followed this exactly, and you do have the same pattern displaying here. In the next video, we'll go ahead and create the compound component where we bring everything together in a final line definition.